Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where we play games, game design, and we are back with more Sorcery. Sorcery.
Alright. Last we left off,
we were approaching the gate.
Yeah, we could. Do we want to do this fight in the yard real quick?
I am a little curious.
I think
I
it's
feel like
basically
he's just going to kick your ass.
Probably. It could be one of those. It could also be, have you ever, reminds me of Gen Con every time when a game comes out, they're like, we're going to do a tournament for this game. You're like, the game came out yesterday. We're like, yeah, well, we're going to do it anyway. Kind of feels like that. You just learned how to do the game. Do you want to get in a real fight now? I guess.
Do you want to fight a master? Literally a master?
You head over to the yard to practice about a real fighting. The sergeant removes the cloth padding from the base of his staff. Unsheath my sword. Yeah.
What if we just kill him?
This time, I will not tell you my intention, he says. You will have to read them for yourself. Be ready. All right.
As he just like moves
well
around.
done.
It's
All
just
right.
the timer.
All right, so I don't know. I think I'll just play it safe first. Defend, maybe.
Get a taste.
Ooh, you can also choose our combat.
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, I want you to do this.
All right, I'll
need
do
some
the first
agency in
fight.
this playthrough.
Fine. No, I can do the first fight, and then I want you to learn. Okay. Defend. Boom.
That was a good call. Oh, but you still take some damage.
Yep.
Okay.
The Sightmaster bows to you, raises his staff and salutes, and takes his position. You drop into a defensive crouch immediately. The Sightmaster is not to be trifled with. The Sightmaster Sergeant comes in with a tough blow, balancing his strength and his impact. You see his grip change to the heel of your staff as he readies himself to strike again. I think that's your hint right there. You see his grip change on the heel of his staff as he readies himself to strike again.
Now the question is, do you think that he's going to strike as hard?
Well, that's the question. We know that he's going to strike because he's ready to strike, or at least what they're telling us is that he's ready to strike again, but he's changed his grip. So he's either going to go in harder.
Now, can we assume
softer.
how much attack power he has remaining based on what he spent?
Yeah, actually, we can see it right there. I'm glad you pointed that out.
Oh, okay.
He's like, well,
So a 3.9 strike barely consumed anything.
he doesn't have as much as we do. Like, we can go all the way to 9. He was only at... Oh, no, never mind. I was wrong. So, yeah, he only has, like, 0.4 left. Which means even if he tries his damnedest, he can't beat 1.
Huh.
So, but theoretically, he's going to strike again. So I'm going to start with his side swipe. Actually, we'll go to a full 1. I don't really know what the difference would be, but yeah. Oh, I was wrong.
Ouch.
So maybe I don't remember
Right.
exactly how the endurance system works. In the next moment, the Sightmaster's sergeant leaps to your right, and attacks with your blade close. You ready to parry. His own blow is a medium force, but knocks you, but enough to knock you reeling. A thin, grim expression crosses his face. He keeps doing those 3 points. So last time when he did 3.9, he was just a little bit lower, which means I don't think he's going to be able to go above 3.4.
I mean, if you both max out at about 9, then he can only really pull off one more, like, 2.5 attack, or even less than that, probably. But yeah, I'd say go for a 4. I'm curious. Oh, shit!
Where are these coming from? Oh,
Damn.
man, that really sucks for us. The sergeant's light, stinging jab makes a mockery of your own attempt at swordplay. His eyes follow your shoulders. He is probably about to defend himself. You realize a strong hit would be wasted now. All right.
Well, now they're just like, you're fucking up real hard. Let me give you a real hit.
All right. Let's just go for a light attack.
Yeah.
All right, good. Here it is. Time to attack. You sting him with your blade, low and fast, saving your energy. I'll wear you out, you declare. His own weapon is raised in defense. He shows his teeth. His guard is coming up, conserving his energy so that his next strike can be stronger.
So maybe this one's another good one for a 4 point?
Maybe.
I mean, he doesn't seem to be trying to go much higher than 3.
He went to
obviously
4.2 that one time. And
That's true. I mean, we could just go for 0 and hope that he's kind of exhausting himself.
All right, that's fine. Kapow. All right. You drop yourself into a crouch, and he hangs back and watches you in return. I say go all out.
Okay.
Shang! Let's say 6.
Okay.
All right. Boom.
Nice.
Acting quickly, you rush forward with a deep and heavy slash, overwhelming his own staff swing. The Sightmaster shakes his head. Not bad. He grunts, clearly weakening. Well, we did 3 that time. We could try to finish him.
We probably will if we go all out.
All right. Let's go for it. Kapow.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
we did too. Relentlessly, you cut and thrust, keeping him pinned. You swing your sword fast and towards his chest. It is enough to finish him. The Sightmaster throws down his staff. You have me, he declares with a grin. We lost 5 stamina.
Whew.
Yeah, that wasn't good for us.
Yeah, interesting that they give you the option to fight him, because I don't think they're going to heal us here.
Maybe not.
I guess we'll find out. Oh, okay, they
Okay,
do.
good. It did heal. All right. But it normally would not.
Yeah.
As he talks, a nearby healer hurries over with the salve. Yeah. Salve. And your health and the sergeant's is quickly restored. Kapow. Cool.
That's a really good thing to have in a tutorial too. I think is
Punishing you during the tutorial is not necessarily a good plan.
Exactly. It's a disincentive, and obviously we didn't know whether or not we'd be healed, but we also didn't know how difficult the fight would be until we were already in it. So
if we go to our spellbook, this volume contains 48 of the spells of high craft, as discovery has passed down from generations of sorcerers from the earliest days of the Eastern world. Each spell is formed from 3 letters. We know this already. So these are the spells that we, like, our basic spells that we know, and it kind of tells us what they do. All these spells are extremely tiring and will cost you 3 points of stamina. More economical versions exist, though some rely on the owner's of particular items of power. So, like, we can get, like, basically an item that allows us to stat for maybe free or much less stamina. Things like that will show up.
now, can you use these spells outside of combat?
Yes, actually. In fact, a lot of them will be like, a counter's about to happen. What do you want to do? And you'd be like, running with my sword, or you can cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like, do you wish to cast Zap? It's more like, do you want to cast a spell?
Oh, that's awesome. No,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was hoping it would be.
And it's because of that, like, this is a lowercase m. I don't know if that actually has a importance or not. But a lot of these will be like, here. This spell requires a gold coin, which is placed on the caster's wrist. So some of them cost things, and some of them are just like game-changing for at least a short amount of time. Like, I've actually cast this one before. I think I had needed something to do, or maybe I just cast it at the exact right time, and it was a huge deal. So, like, all these spells are right in front of you. I think this is telling you what you can do. But all these spells are right in front of you, but you can write them down ahead of time, but they don't, like, give you a source to know from. It's kind of cool that way.
That's kind of the benefit, too, of them all being 3-letter words, because
So
they're
not
more
very
memorable.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, cool. Let's go beyond the wall. We've dallied too much.
That we have. Zoop. You reach the foot of the mighty gate. It is sealed. The sergeant places one hand on the wood. The gate has been locked for some time to deter raiders, he tells you. But you will have no difficulty. The stars in this place allow the DOP spell to be crafted. As he stands back, cast a spell.
Yes.
Tutorials for casting spells.
Whoa. Whoa.
So, now we get to choose our letters. So first letter, we'll do a D. Oh, what are our options? I guess I'll do an O. And, cool. And as you learn new spells, more options might have been able to come up, like Daz for Dazzle or something like that.
That's kind of cool. I see how this interface would work pretty well on mobile, too.
You weave the spell. One by one, the great tumblers of the door begin to crack and groan. Then hinges turn, and a noise like a hail on a canvas roof. These gates have not opened since our last champion was lost, the sergeant says. I wish you more luck than he. Perhaps you'll even meet him on your travels. So, if he is dead, if I overtake him, then he is too slow. That does not concern me.
That does not concern me. I don't know. I fear he is dead. I feel like that's the nice thing to say.
Could be. Or maybe you're determining that he is dead. I don't know.
Ooh, yeah, that would be interesting. Let's just say that. I fear he is dead.
I'm sure he is dead. The Sightmaster nods, peering at something on the horizon. I believe he is returning, but transformed.
Ooh.
I hope you do not meet the same fate. He stands back from you. All right.
He
Enter the gate.
he comes back with a haircut. Atrocious.
Together you step into the shadow of the wall. One last word, he declares. When you have the crown, find the highest point you can find. We will be watching.
I understand? Question mark.
I understand. I will not wish you a safe journey to Caer, for the way ahead will not be safe, the sergeant murmurs as he appears into the distance through the open gate. The Sightmaster warriors are selected from birth for their incredible power of telescopic vision. You cannot help but wonder how far he can see. That's crazy.
That is kind of awesome.
Tell me what lies ahead, or enough talking.
Enough talking. Let's start this mission.
Enough talking. It is time to go. Without another word, you pass through the gate. The faces of the folk watching your departure reveal the hopes that rest on you and your quest. The early morning is air crisp.
Apparently, I set the alarm on the timer. We'll keep going for a couple of minutes, though.
The early morning air is crisp, and the rising sun paints the slopes in shades of beautiful beauty, concealing the evil that lies ahead. Ah, yay.
Into Kirkcod?
Ugh. The path winds through the slopes of wild shrubland. The countryside is deserted, and the eerie silence is broken only by the cawing of the occasional crow. There's a spell for hearing what they say, but you do not have the equipment it requires. The birds appear to pause in the air as you and to examine you as you pass. Stupid creatures. They've posed no threat, so you ignore them.
Stupid birds.
Barely an hour beyond the wall, the air begins to grow foul. The Shomantanti hills are infested with the pestilence of the backlands. It saps the energy of your body, leaving you feeling nauseous and weak.
Our stamina is also, our max stamina was cut in half.
Ooh. I think it's because of that.
Yeah.
What do we do? Cover my mouth, keep walking.
I say we keep walking. I feel like...
It's a trap. I think everything's a trap.
Well, I feel like if we do anything to slow down, what we're breathing isn't actually what's changing it. This is probably some kind of sorcery.
That's you got that from something. It is not surprise. They've warned you of this. You will grow accustomed to it the longer you are out here, but for the moment you must be very careful. Your maximum stamina just decreased. You can see the stamina at the top of the screen. If it reaches 0, you'll be too tired to carry on. Stamina can be regained up to a maximum by eating rations or resting. I feel like this is a system of saying this is how you level up. We are now a level 1, and as we get farther and farther away from this, our stamina will eventually increase. So, first decision, where do we go? We can travel cross country, or we can do the low rise.
I mean, low rise. Do we know where the crown is?
No, but I can tell you I know. Now I can zoom out. We're going over here.
Oh my, so it's quite a journey.
Yep, and this is just the first story.
I mean, I say we stick to the main path.
All right.
And we'd take the low rise. Besides, that'll take us to a village. Also, the benefit of having map is we kind of get to look ahead and kind of plot out the overall journey, which is kind of cool. You don't get that very often.
Or you hope that you're plotting out the
Yeah, right.
Another hour passes as you crest a small hillock.
Hillock?
Hillock? Hillcock. I don't know. From the top, word I don't recognize regardless. From the top of which you can see the path continuing downwards into a small settlement of huts. Look at the village. Look for a way around. Move on.
I say we look at the village.
Look at the village.
Let's have the point of taking this path.
From the distance, it's hard to make out much about the town except that it must be desperately poor. The fields on either side are brown from the caked mud, and a few penned animals are thin and wizened like thirsty vines. No wonder the Sightmaster doesn't trouble themselves to protect this place. There is nothing here to protect.
Oh, that's sad.
So, this is the town they were talking of. Or we can avoid the village.
Wow, we'd have to go way out of our way, though. I say we go into the village.
All right. Of course, if you are scared of the town like this, then you cannot hope to survive in Kakabad proper. You follow the path down into the town. The round huts are made of hard-baked bright clay, and the roofs are thinly thatched. As you pass, your eyes appear as a dark door peer at dark doorways, tracking your every move. From a moment, it seems like this will be all of yours to
all of the town's inhabitants.
Thank you. But then a village appears from one of the dwellings and blocks your path. Look at him, threaten him, push him out of the way.
Cast a spell. Hot.
You could.
We'll look at him.
Look at him. He is 5 feet tall. They cannot grow much taller out here in this poisonous air. He has a thick set of arms and thighs and half claws and tattered breeches. His eyes are wild and his hair long red hair and beard stand out in his face of a wiry tangle. Halt, stranger, he commands. What business have you in Cantopani? I want to buy equipment. Push him aside. I need directions. I am a hungry traveler and need to eat.
So I feel like if we say that I want to buy equipment that says that we have money, and I feel like, narratively speaking, they're going to try to rob us.
That could happen.
Now, if we say, I'm a hungry traveler and I need to eat, then that, like, says that, hey, man, we're on your level. Like, I just need food like the rest of us.
It could. Then again, they also could be like, we have nothing to give you, asshole.
That's true. But if we push them aside, that's even more douchey. But then that's also saying, like, don't mess with me.
So then I need directions.
I feel like that's a pretty safe middle ground.
All right. I need directions. To where, he demands. I'm on my way to Care, you say. I have myself never left the village, the man declares with pride, although I can tell you where are 2 paths ahead, but my vice is not free. You must have money on you. For 2 gold pieces, I'll tell you what I know. I will find out for myself for nothing. I'll pay your fee, or I won't pay to hear you make believe.
Let's pay him. I feel like I'm going to regret that.
Probably. Handing over 2 coins, the man takes your money gratefully with a nod and hides it away in a pouch at his wrist. I'm glad to help you, traveler, he says. Know that beyond Cantopani there are 2 ways. The low path leads to the Vale of Elven, and unless you are ready for elven ways, for they are mischievous and magical, you had better avoid it. The highway, he gestures upward with a hand, will take you to the hills, past the Shankar mines. A lot of treasure there, he says, but you must keep your head if you take this path. He laughs. Why do you laugh? Or what then?
What then?
What then? Head off for Cristatanti, he answers. You'll be there in a day or 2. Few villages here and there, and Here in the Shimantanti Hills welcome strangers, but in Cristatanti you will find at least food and shelter, and beware the black lotus on your travels. Its sweet aroma is deadly.
I thank you.
You reply with a bow. The man bows in return. Move on to the village, or ask about a place to buy equipment.
Should we buy equipment? I feel like we could at least get some supplies, if they have any.
One last thing, is there anywhere here I can trade? I need equipment for my journey. He grunts, but you can see that he is pleased. With emotion, he encourages you to follow, taking you through the village to a large hut. The storage house. So, maybe you just stop here and continue through the Cantopani village.
Yep, I agree.
All right, so what do you want to ask?
I don't know. I mean, it's a good question, right? Like, with the 3 stat system, or not even really stats, right? Stamina, gold, and rations, like
resources.
Resources, really. Yeah. I feel like they're broad enough to where you could do a lot of different things. And since we haven't seen anything with the spells yet, not really. I don't want to talk about spells yet. So
yeah,
maybe
we'll have a chance.
Maybe we could ask about the map. And I guess what could they use? What are they using, and what could they use to kind of indicate interesting areas that the player should try to go to? And like, even we talked to this guy, right, and got some tips about where we can travel. Maybe there could be a way that they represent that on the map now after we've spoken to him, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe the question is, how would you implement that on a game like this, right? How would you kind of have visual cues to help the player navigate the map?
Cool. All right. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching. Please vote up ahead if you do like what we're doing. Then be sure to vote for more Sorcery.
Sorcery.
So we can keep playing it, because it is a journey. So let us know, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching, everyone.